Hello there stackers and welcome back to Working Class Stacks. I'm Sandy Millington, a working class chap in a working class cap, and this is the Working Class Stack. It's just me today. Thanks for joining us for Danny's big debut at the weekend. Just a little follow-up video as we've got no real big pick-up today after such a big one in the week last week. So just wanted to show you a few other little bits that I've been collecting as part of the side stack. So come and join me today for Working Class Stacks. Hi stackers and welcome back to my channel. This is Working Class Stacks. I'm Sandy Millington, where I aim to collect 1 ounce of silver per week, every week for the next 20 years or so as a bit of a retirement plan. And it's usually silver bullion, but I have sort of amassed a little bit of a collection down here, as you might see, of other little bits and bobs. Old school coins, pre-decimal stuff, some non-pre-decimal stuff. Nice little bit of a copper coin there, which I'm going to talk about as I give a few little shout outs to the community today. Okay, so thanks for joining me and let's get into it. So I am a member of Stackers Social Discord. This Discord is a wonderful little community hub for like-minded people like myself that has just reached its 1,000 member benchmark, and they ran a huge event. The moderators and the members and everyone got involved. It was brilliant. If you want to scan that barcode there on your phone, it will take you to the Discord and you can sign up as a member. Come along if you love silver stacking, if you love coin collecting, silver pouring, investments into silver, absolutely anything to do with the hobby whatsoever. This is going to be the place for you. All right, there's a lot of great members, YouTube creators. You can see a few of them here. I've got a few of the stickers on and around my box, and I just want to give a shout out to a few of them while I show you my little trinkets down here. Okay, so just a few guys that have reached sort of benchmarks with their YouTube creation recently, and are great duck races on the live stack chat hosted by none other than TSC, the Stack Collector. That was on Saturday. It was a brilliant little event, loads of giveaways, lots of fun. Give the guys a bit of a chance to enjoy their duck races, their personal duck races. It feels that way when you're doing it. Mine was a couple of weeks ago when I reached 100 subs. I had a lot of fun, a lot of support from TSC for the guys. So jumping into silver, we've got his poker chip here. This is jumping into silver. I've told you about him in a previous video. We've got Nerd UK as well. Okay. There's also Villainous Bounty, Self-Ahordian, and Stacking with Craven. Have all reached big milestones with their YouTube creation in the last couple of weeks. Congratulations guys, it was a great night on Saturday. Thanks to all of you. Thanks for the generous giveaways. Thanks to TSC for hosting it. And I'd like to have another little word on TSC, because TSC is a great guy. He's one of the moderators and founders of Stackers Social Discord. Okay, and I bought a couple of coins off him recently, and that's actually the florin that I bought off his Whatnot auction recently. He's a trader of old school coins. Okay, and that's a 1918 florin, and I bought that because it was VE Day weekend, and I was thinking a lot about the war and the services and the people that we've lost. And Stack Collector sort of did a bit of a special on this one with his auction, and as soon as I saw it, I just had to have it. I really like the florin. I never really intended on picking up any old school coins and becoming a coin collector when I started this journey, but the more I looked at them, the more I sort of wanted one, and I thought with it being VE Day, this is a great place to start. Okay, and just to go with that, also 1918, also from the Stack Collector, is this shilling. Okay. 1918 shilling. And I just thought, if I was going to collect any pre-decimal bits, pre-decimal meaning 0.925 sterling silver, so it's not fine silver. Okay, I thought, well, that's as good a place to start as any, because it was VE Day. The Stack Collector had these available on his auction, and it was a good deal. I got that one for £11, that florin. A person on Stackers Social the day before had told me a florin in reasonably good condition might be expected to go for £14, so cracking deal off the Stack Collector. Now, the Stack Collector has been running all the duck races. He's helped support get this very channel off the ground. He's been giving me deals. I've also been speaking to him privately, and he is aware that I want to start collecting pre-decimal coins, and that I'm going to focus mainly on the World War I era to match with the 1918 coins that I've already bought there. Okay, and I think it's just a good place to start, really. Pre-decimal comes in at 1919, changes to the lesser finesse silver after that in 1920. So 1918, wartime era, adds a little bit of extra numismatic value to it, at least in my mind anyway. And yes, that's what I'm going to start doing. And TSC has told me that he is going to sort of, if he comes across any, he's going to be sort of popping them into his box for me, into a little hat for me. He's going to have a little flat cap. Mr. TSC got a flat cap for my giveaway, as did a couple of other very lucky people, very lucky subscribers out there. So yeah, he's gonna put any 1914 to 1918 coins aside for me, and he is fully aware that I'm on a sort of weekly budget. I get 1 ounce of silver per week, every week, for the next 20 years or so. So he said I could sort of buy them at my own pace or buy them all at once. He'll just sort of stick them aside for me. So that's absolutely marvellous, really. So thank you, TSC. And before I move on, I was watching his live stack chat the other night, the one with all the giveaways. He tackled a very tricky issue, which is Whatnot. And he spoke on Whatnot about Whatnot and some of the gambling sites that go on there. He'd had an interview with one of the founders of Whatnot. It was quite an interesting interview to listen to. There are some great auctions, some great deals to be had on this app, guys, but there are some pitfalls, so watch out, because Danny and I were very aware of the pitfalls in life when it comes to addiction. Gambling addiction is a big one. Danny used to work in a bookmaker's, so, you know, she's seen many a punter fall victim to the bright lights of Vegas, as it were. So if you're gonna use Whatnot to pick up deals, just be careful if there are pitfalls. And well done, TSC. The conversation's probably been had so many times before on Stackers Social and other sort of stacker platforms, but it's the first time that I've heard it sort of openly spoken about. So well done, TSC, for that. Big thumbs up, and thank you for the support with the pre-decimal coins. Okay, so let's move on and have a look at a couple of the other little bits I picked up. So the pride of this little collection for me really is this one. This is my Stackers Social button. Okay, and this was poured by Crown Cast Silver, who occasionally make some of these for the Discord community. Okay, and this is a 10 gram button, and he's hand poured it, polished it, stamped it, all of that. Alright, this is my badge into the club. Okay, if you're a member of Stackers Social, it's hard not to want some of the hand poured stuff that gets put on there. Crown Cast Metals, Liquid Metals UK, Silverpunk. They put some fantastic work up there, and it's hard not to want it when you see it. Well, this is sort of the cheapest option, the working class option for silver pourer. This is a 10 gram. Okay, yeah, I love that. Okay, so that's the only piece of poured silver that I've got. Next on my list would probably be this piece, the only piece of copper I own. If you watch my videos, you'll have probably seen my video I talked about jumping into silver, and he sent me this with a couple of other bits, and a deal he done me on the kangaroo really helped me out towards my duck race giveaway, my duck race. And yeah, it's a lovely bit of copper. I think the copper, the details on the relief really stand out a lot more than silver. Is that just me? It's obviously a much cheaper metal, but because of the colour of it, do you think the detail actually stands out better? Because I do. I might collect more, although it's not something I really want to do, because there's not much of an investment in it, but I just love it. So, yeah. So, I like this piece as well. This is something that I got off Whatnot. I got this for £6, probably a bit of a deal. This is a 1/4 ounce Britannia. I'd like to get a lot more of these, but they come with a high premium. I got it on an auction for £6. I used my £10 Whatnot credit for that. Okay. I think it's a little bit milk spotted actually when you look at the King Charles side. In fact, it's very milk spotted, bit toned. But for £6, for a 1/4 ounce of silver and a Britannia at that, I love that. I'd like to get more of them. And also from Whatnot, I've got these. Okay, so I've got a bit of a collection of these, excuse me, 1 gram bars going now. These are sort of given away with the giveaways from Whatnot. There are Valacambis, there are Wessex Mints, there are Germanias, there are Disney ones you can get. Okay, and I think I've got 9 of them in there now with another 3 or 4. You can sort of do quite well off these giveaways on Whatnot. I pick up maybe 3 or 4 a week without really trying. And also from Whatnot giveaways, it's not always the Valacambis, the 1 gram bars. Sometimes you'll pick up something like this. They'll just say a random coin and they'll send you a little bit of a shilling. Okay, so these aren't pre-decimal. These are much later on. Okay, so that one is from, oh, I beg your pardon. Yeah, that one is from 1948. If I can just get it into focus. There we go. It's actually in quite good condition. It's a really lovely coin. 1948. That's a 1 shilling coin. And this was just a free giveaway, just for being on the stream, on the Whatnot, as were the next 2. So we got this one as well. Okay. This is a half crown from 1967. Again, not pre-decimal. Anything after 1920 is not pre-decimal, and this is early Elizabeth days, 1967. And also this very interesting coin, which is a nickel. Very little value to it. Look at that, Mr. Churchill. Got his name down the side, got quite a hammered effect to it. It's got quite a good weight, quite a good feel to it in the hand. Okay, Elizabeth on the background, the late Queen. That's from 1965, and I believe that's known as a Churchill nickel. And these were all just freebies from Whatnot, as were they. I've actually got a few more on the way. I beg your pardon, I'm a bit croaky today. But yeah, I've actually got a few more giveaways on the way. And what I plan to do with these is I'm going to keep these protected, these pre-decimal ones, the war ones. And I'm going to make up a little bit of a collection with them. And all these other ones, the sort of non-pre-decimal bits that I pick up over the years while I'm stacking my working class stack, 1 a week, every week for the next 20 years or so. Okay, I will sort of get a little bit of a treasure chest, I think. And just eventually sort of have it overflowing with coins. That's a good visual that a lot of stacker channels have going on. So I can't wait for these to build up over time, and I hope you stick with me for the rest of the journey. I hope you come to Stackers Social. Alright, I'll just flash you this once again. If you like what you're hearing about Stackers Social and the guys we've got on there, and all of the info that you can pick up and the deals on the marketplace, then come along and say hello, and I'll see you there. This has been Sandy Millington on Working Class Stacks. Thanks for joining in. See you later, Stackers.